It's funny how this the grooming stuff has now creeped into New York City. Just today, I think this is today. There's a councilwoman, Vicky Palladino from Queens, who is like very worried about the drag performers. Basically, she said any school in my district participating in drag queen degeneracy risks losing their funding. Adult drag
high school?
I mean, it's just like there's a program where, sometimes
there's an arts program.
Yeah, it's
I was about to say, this is like a tough line to run in New York City. I understand in like a rural area in Texas being like, and if there was drag, which there isn't, as no one has put on a show of any kind in this town in 100 years, it would be banned.
Right. Yeah. If that was the only performance going on, that would
instead of the drag capital of the U.S. and possibly the world.
Yeah, there's a drag queen on every corner, baby. Best city in the world. It's weird.
Take a bite.
They moved on from like, teachers might be trans or whatever and have private lives and whatnot to somehow the fucking line got pushed here to drag queen specifically is the new thing that they're trying to isolate as being a thing that could like traumatize a kid, which is funny because like drag is like, if you ever seen a drag show, it's like, I don't know. I mean, there's sex
silly
jokes, I guess. But it's like comedy. It's like hilarious. Like the thing that you should be worried about most in terms of being traumatized is just the roasting comedy. Like they're so good at it. I went to Fire Island one time and I played bingo. There was like a drag queen calling the bingo, and it was like scary if you won because you had to walk up there and then she'd like fucking roast your outfit and shit.
I was about to say your shirt is not safe.
It's oddly very tame, I guess is what I'm getting at. Like I guess what's funny about this is none of these people seem to have ever seen a drag show because it's not. I think they're imagining that it's like the person in drag is like trying to entice you sexually, but it's like this other thing that's like campy and like funny and stuff.
Yeah, they're playing off these like homophobic targets of like, what they do is they trick you into gay sex you don't want to have.
They groom your children, yeah.
The subject matter of the thing we're talking about is drag show, which is like 2 steps away from being mad at like old time Shakespeare plays where men play the old women in elaborate operas.
Right, and that's the tradition of theater is, yes, to have literally little boys with high voices play the female roles in plays. That's what they would do in Shakespeare's day. It would have grown men kissing like 9-year-old boys pretending to be grown women.
And they'll lock you up for saying it, but they used to cut their balls off, folks. They used to actually go and take their testicles off of their body, which is something I've always been against.
There are people who if I'm not mistaken, there are people who are still like that, who had that procedure done as kids so they could retain the high soprano.
Castrades?
Is that what they're called?
Castrades.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucked up because it was.
I want to interview one on the show. That would be a nice little tonal mix with our.
Did I just make that up? I'm pretty sure. No, it is.
No, there are guys like that. There are people like that.
A castrato.
I don't know if they still do that to children. I would hope not, but
I mean, it's illegal, right?
It should be. I don't know. Italy, probably not, but.
Wow. You know what? We got canceled one time on our Patreon for talking about this exact topic, the Shakespeare.
Oh, really?
And I feel like it's going to happen again with this all Italians practice castrati thing we're getting into.
What did we say about Shakespeare?
Don't you remember they yelled at you for saying that?
Theater. Okay. This was all right.
Yeah, I knew we shouldn't have put that Italy still has castrated children on the dock, but it segued so well.
This was, in my defense, okay, I meant to say not ancient, whatever the Christian Rome or whatever, and I said ancient Rome, and people wigged out because I got the time period mixed up, but there was a time in Rome in which theater was just people having sex on stage and then just getting, their heads chopped off.
That's awesome.
But
and I want to say it again because I stand by it.
One more time for the people in the back.